Hello and welcome back to a very chaotic Melodies of the Gods episode with your hosts Amy and Kate. I'm asked to join the men's match day subcommittee.
Is that good news? I mean, it's slightly nice. You got a seat at the men table. You can yell at them all. I like that. The power.
Yeah, I've been asked to do that as I believe I'm the youngest in the entire club.
Damn. Go girl.
And it was because I was volunteering to help out with the match day subcommittee, and then our manager said why don't you join the men's subcommittee, and then if they have any good ideas we can steal them.
So basically, you overworking your butt off has paid off.
For once.
Oh. Jealous, slightly.
I think you always yell at me for overworking myself.
It's a weird little hyper. It's being human. Leave me alone. Get on with the myth. This will be here for years on end.
Yeah. So today we're going into the Ulster cycle of our lovely book that I got from Canada. We're going to be talking about how Santana won the name Uchlan. I think that's the best I've actually said the name correctly.
I think so. I'm learning Greek.
It's Gaelic.
I know, but I'm just saying, I am also learning Greek.
Within the course of the main matchup, there was an elite group of boy athletes whose outstanding talents filled the king with an overwhelming sense of pride and joy. It had become a regular part of Conchobar's daily routine to watch these boys at their various games and exercises. But nothing brought him greater pleasure than to watch and to witness their development into some of the finest sportsmen in Erin. He named the group the Boy Court, and the sons of the most powerful chieftains and princes in the land were among its members, having proven their skill and dexterity in a wide and highly challenging range of sports. Honestly, I can kind of see why he would name it the Boy Court.
Yeah, me too.
Before Santana had grown to the age of 6, he had already expressed his desires before the king to be enrolled in the Boy Court. At first, Conchobar refused to treat the request seriously, since his nephew was a great deal younger than any other member, basically brother whole thing.
Hold on here.
I'm just past the point of explaining family relations and pathology.
I'm just through with family at the moment.
Yeah, you're dealing with a whole chaos and a half.
Yeah. I am. I'm not gonna cry.
But the boy persisted, and the king at last agreed to allow him to try his hand. It was decided he should join in a game of hurling one morning, and when he had dressed himself in the martial uniform of the Boy Court, he was presented with a brass hurley almost his own height off the ground. What the hell is a hurley?
Oh, of course.
I'm looking up what a hurley is.
I think it's a car.
No, it's a stick.
I don't know what that is.
Like, you know how in lacrosse they have those sticks that they throw them with?
Yes.
Okay, it's similar to that. It's basically like a bat that they use. A team of 12 boys was assembled to play against him, and they stared mockingly at the young lad before them, imagining they would have little difficulty keeping the ball out of his reach. But as soon as the game started up, Santana dived in among the boys and took hold of the ball, striking it with his hurley and driving it a powerful distance into the other end of the field, where it sailed effortlessly through the goalposts. At first, after this first onslaught, he made it impossible for his opponents to retrieve the ball from him. And so within a matter of minutes, he had scored 50 goals against the 12 of them. The whole corps looked on in utter amazement, and the king, who had been eagerly following the game, was flushed in excitement. His nephew's show of prowess was truly astonishing, and he began to reproach himself for having originally set out to humor the boy. "Have Santana brought before me," he said to his steward, "for such an impressive display of heroic strength and a person and courage deserves a very special reward." Do we even need to say it?
No.
That is such. If I didn't know the full extent of the myth, I know what your brain's probably thinking. Yeah, I would have been thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Honestly, mess need to get it together. Whoever writes these, I hope is enjoying that
Now,
time.
on that particular day, Conchobar had been invited to attend a great feast at the house of Colan, the most esteemed craftsman and smith in the kingdom. A thought had suddenly entered Conchobar's head that it would be a very fitting reward for Satana to share in such a banquet, for no small boy had ever accompanied the king and the knights of the Red Guard on such a prestigious house. It was indeed a great honor, and one Satana readily acknowledged. He desperately wanted to accept the invitation, but only one thing held him back. He could not suppress the desire of a true sportsman to complete the game he had begun, even with the kings would allow him to do so. That's fact. Like, never don't finish what you start. Tea or coffee?
What do you think?
Why?
At this time in the morning? No, it's tea. I'm British. I'm not Italian.
Girl, you're saying that at about 4 p.m. on New Year's Eve, you're already drinking hard alcohol.
I needed that. And you know, I needed that. I had a very stressful Christmas. The 5th year in a row.
You just can't catch a break around that time of year, can you?
My family can't. No, it's just like, never believe in Christmas. Our family's Christmases have always been shit, will always be shit. And the only last time I had a good Christmas when I was about 10 years old. Then the magic died. So.
Anyway, back to this. Okay. I thoroughly enjoyed the first half of my game with the boy for it, he told the king. That I am loath to cut it short. I promise to follow when the game is over if you will allow me to. This phrase liberty. And seeing the excitement and keenness shining in the boy's eyes, Conchobar was more than happy to agree to this request. He instructed Santana to follow before nightfall and gave him directions to the house of Kulan. Then he set off for the banquet, eager to relate the morning's stirring events to the rest of Kulan's house guests. It was early evening by the time the royal party arrived at the dwelling place of Kulan. 100 blazing torches guided them towards the walls of the fort, and a carpet of fresh green rushes formed a mile-long path leading to the stately entrance. The great hall was already lavishly prepared for the banquet, and the sumptuous aroma of 50 suckling pigs turning on the spit filled every room of the house.
Oh, making me hungry.
God himself came forward to greet each one of his guests, and he bowed respectfully before the king and led him to his place of honor at the center of the largest table. Once his royal guest had taken his seat, the order was given for the wine to be poured, and laughter and music followed soon afterwards. When it was almost time for the food to be served, Kulan glanced around him one last time to make sure all his visitors had arrived. It's about to get interesting.
Oh, God. Every time you say it's gotta get interesting, it just means that something really gross or bad is going to happen.
We need wait no longer, he said to the king. My guests are all present, and now it will be safe to untie the hound who keeps watch over my home each night. There was not a hound in Erin who could equal mine for fierceness and strength. And even if 100 men should attempt to do battle with him, every last one would be torn to pieces by him in his powerful tools. Kind of sounds like Severus.
What, Snape?
No, the hound, in terms of being torn to pieces.
It kind of does, doesn't it? Yeah, that's new.
Release him then, and let him guard this place. Conchobar quite forgetting that his young nephew had not yet joined the party. My men are all present, and our appetites have been whetted by a long journey here. Let us delay no longer, begin the feasting at once. After the gun started, a procession of elegantly clad attendants entered the room carrying gilded trays of roasted viands and freshly harvested fruits and vegetables, which they set down on the table before the king and the hungry warriors of the Red Guard. It was at this moment that the young Santana came to the green of Kulan's fort, carrying with him the Halley and the bull that brought him victory against the boy horde. As the boy drew near to the entrance of the fort, the hound's ears pricked up warily, and it began to growl and bark in such a way as if he had drowned the entire countryside. That's a good warning dog. The whole company within the great hall had the animal snarling ferociously and raced outdoors to discover exactly what had disturbed the creature. They saw before them a young boy who showed little signs of fear as he stood facing them. the fierce dog with gaping jaws. Was without any obvious weapon of defense against the animal, but as it charged at him, he thrust his playing forcibly down its throat, forcing it to choke for breath. He then seized the hound by the hind legs and dashed its head against the rock until blood spewed from its mouth and the life had gone out of it. Those who witnessed this extraordinary confrontation hoisted the lad triumphantly into the air and bore him on their shoulders to where Conchobar and Kulan stood waiting. The king, although more gratified by the boy's demonstration of courage, was also much relieved to know that Santana was safe. Turning to his host, he began to express his joy, but it was immediately apparent that Conchobar could share none of Kulan could shed none of Conchobar's happiness. He walked instead to the body of his dead hound, fell into a mournful silence as he stroked the lifeless form. Remembering the loyal and obedient animal he had given his life to protect its master's property. Seeing Kulan bent over the body of his faithful dog, Santana came forward without hesitation and spoke the following words of comfort for him. If in all of Erin there is a house to replace the one you have lost, I will find it, nurture it, and place it in your service when it is fit for action. But in the meantime, I myself will perform the duty of that hound to guard your land and your possessions with the utmost care. There was not one among the gathering who remained unmoved by this gesture of contrition and friendship. He longed for his purpose, overcome with gratitude and appreciation, and declared that Santana should bear the name of Kulan's hound, in remembrance of its first great act of valor. And so at the age of 6, the boy Santana was named Kulan, a name by which he was known and feared until the end of his days. That has to be one of my favorite bits yet.
Oh.
Second,
Yeah,
only the fox, the hound, and the fox, the wolf, and the butter.
I quite like that one for some reason. I just find that one funny. Fox in the butter. It's just so stupid. It's great. Are you okay? You're judging.
Yeah, well, I'm still tired and I have to go to the gym and then do university email stuff.
I mean, you don't have to go to the gym. You want to go to the gym. They're two very different things.
No, I need to do 2 visits every week to try and get my visits up to 100 before my membership expires so I can renew. Oh, also, how about this?
Howie.
Discount for teas.
Well, yeah, because you drink so much, which is weird. Because you're Swiss. Technically, I think. Half, or whatever. Why do you drink so much tea?
Well, just part of it, I like that getting so many different ones for an advent calendar.
I don't know. Maybe they've just seen you. Or the universe just sensed that you really, really love tea. Oh, you are a unique breed of human, aren't you?
Well, I was like maybe 9, 10, or 11.
Okay, that's fine. Maybe we should stop with the recording now and say goodbye, because I have to cut a lot of that out.
Alright, thank you guys for listening to this weird episode of Melodies of the Gods. You and I are going to stay on for a little bit longer to chat. Until next week, keep moving.